Hi everyone, Cindy Squirrel here. Well, there's that trucker thing happening, and do we know if our food supply chain is going to be broken? But this is what I'm going to do today. Bob always buys these when he's home. Now he's not going to be home for 2 weeks, and I don't want them to go bad. And I don't know if maybe we'll never be able to get these again. So I'm going to water bath can these. I've watched a couple of other people and they did it and it looked like, okay, Bob might like this. So I'm gonna give it a go. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna peel them, take all the pith off that I can, any of the white, stringy stuff or whatever, and put them in clean, sterile mason jars. Well, there we go. I got 4 jars of the mandarin oranges. There was a couple oranges that were a little soft, so I didn't even bother with them. And this is cold jars. They have been, sterilized, but they're cold. Cold oranges, room temperature, and I made it's like a medium syrup. So it's one cup of sugar to 6 cups of water. I put it on the stove and let it boil. Dissolved all the sugar, and I'm just going to pour it over. Now everything's cold here, and you're thinking, what? I know, I've never done it like this before either, but it should be a neat little experiment here. And the one that I trust on YouTube, she's a scientist, and she does everything USDA approved. So I'm going to wipe the rim, put the lid on, put the ring on, just finger tight, fingers up like that, not fingers like that, finger tight. Put them in cold water, not a hot water bath, cold water, and then bring everything up to a boiling point. And then that way I know that the water on the outside's boiled, this has come to a boil, and the oranges are hot. The mandarins are hot. Then I'm going to process for 10 minutes, maybe 12. We're only about 500 feet above sea level, so 10 minutes is sea level. So anyways, that is how I'm going to do them. To make sure the air bubbles are out, I just gently go like this. See, all the bubbles are coming to the top. And stop when they stop coming to the top. Now I'm not going to get my big canner out. I'm just going to use my pot because I only have 4 jars. Now, if I was to put jar rings upside down and set the jars on, it would be too high and I know it would bubble over. So I'm just going to use a cloth today and set my jars on there and cover it an inch above the jars. Now these turned out beautifully. The only thing that I seen was the level of the liquid went down quite a bit in them, but those are beautiful. And this is something Bobby loves, and if we can't get them anymore, well, he's got 4 jars now. Now the only thing is they're not as nutritious because you boiled them. You're saying bye-bye to vitamin C, but all the rest of the good stuff's in there. And if you were so inclined, like I didn't, any soft ones I didn't put in there. If you were so inclined, you could use the scraps, the peels. You scrape off all the pith with a knife. So it's just that. And you could make your candied fruit or marmalade. So if you didn't want to throw this out and you had time, you could do that. Thanks everyone for watching. Love you all. Bye.